Harrison Brothers Welding Fabrication Super Late Models at Knoxville for 85 laps. Last week's feature winner, 54 of Nick Anderson, sits on top of the board right now in practice, 17.018. Michael Lake close behind with a 17.066. Other cars in the 17.0 bracket, Austin Barr and Levi Yetter. Then we hit down to the 17.1s and 17.2s. Good field of supers here tonight. 12 cars registered. Todd Chant back with us, Brandon Booterbaugh, a couple of the guys that are spotty a little bit some weeks. Levi Yetter in a 9 car back with us this week. As I mentioned, last week's feature winner, Nick Anderson, obviously dropping back to the tail end of the field here tonight.
You guys there?
Anderson will be dropping back to that 12th starting position tonight. Daniel Collins with a barn burner comes out here. The only car in the 16-second range, 16.994. Daniel comes out when the track was just starting to get a little blown off. Some of that tack going away, but boy, he come out with 16.9, number 26, Daniel Collins.
Out there ripping it right below the fluff.
Yeah, Nick set that time early in the session, and Daniel didn't come out here for a good few minutes when the track just starts to slow down a tad, and boy, he puts down a burner.
Knoxville's one of those tracks that it actually gets faster a little bit once you start to get the slime burn off of it.
Yeah, you start to firm, I don't want to say a cushion or a berm because it's not really, but there's an edge there. But I'm not sure looking back, that's not even where Daniel was running.
For his fast lap?
Up top on that.
Looks like he ran kind of through the middle 1 and 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually caught the wall in the backstretch. Well, he ran it. Yeah, he ran middle.
Yeah.
His fast lap. So we'll see if he can hold on to that speed. He's definitely one that's shown speed early, and doesn't necessarily have the speed at the end of the race or the luck at the end of the race, but
yeah. Well, Nick Anderson's last 2 laps, 17.6, 17.4. Daniel Collins, 17.1, 17.1, 17.2, so
he's consistent.
17.061, so yeah, Daniel is still turning some fast laps compared to a lot of the others with this. I mean, there's not a lot of laps on the track by any means, but
Styles out there with a different look. He's sporting orange and blue. I thought that was Brady for a second. Booterbaugh's out there with a new Simpsons wrap, I think. Yep, that's definitely got the Simpsons on it. An interesting choice of pink. Nick and Tyler are back to their normal wraps. Same thing with Rod, Harrison, Yetter with I think it's a different look, more white rather than the black and the orange that we had seen previously. Just was talking to Buck about the way that some of these guys change schemes like they're a NASCAR team switching sponsors. But I suppose when, especially like I think you and I have talked about, you get bored. It's like, hey Nick, go throw a scheme together.
Yeah, I have a night that he's not really doing anything, and at the house here, obviously I have some picked out that I like or some ideas, and yeah, I yell downstairs, hey, can you do this? Yeah. About 2 or 3 hours later, he sends me a picture. I don't know. We might retire this new one. It's not treating me too well, so who knows?
Yeah, we'll see. We all 3 classes head to Lima Land next week, I think.
Yep.
So we were a little undecided in case we got a new track this season, like what we did with Houston's last year. Did not get anything new, and Lima Land won the vote. I know it's put on some good races in the pros. Isn't that where you got your win last year? Was it the last race at Lima?
I believe so.
I think we're basically the same number of laps as then, and
it was either Lima or it was Volusia.
We got 2 at Volusia this year.
I'll have to look back.
I believe, if I recall my stats correctly, it was, the last regular season race.
Gotcha.
Which would have been I don't remember how many laps at that point in time at Lima. No, I suppose I can actually look at that. The joy of technology.
Yeah, and knowing what to do with it.
It was 100 laps at Lima, so we're going 10 laps less.
Oh boy. Oh, just got about a minute and a half left here of our test session. Daniel Collins still on top with that 16.994. Nick Anderson 17.0. Got 5 cars in the 17.0 bracket.
I think these guys are out there running about 17.4s right now with current laps on track.
Yeah.
So definitely lost a little speed. We'll have that as the track kind of wears. You can start to see we're getting those slick spots entering the corners in 1 and 3. Oh. The 66, the shenanigans of the 66 and the 96 continue. At least they're not in the same wrap this week. It's all fun and games. Everyone gets their nonsense out of the way for the most part in the heat race. Or in the practice before the heat race, I should say.
Checkered flag out here in our test session. Mentioned a moment ago, Daniel Collins with that 16.994 only car in that 16 bracket. Everybody else 17.0 to 17.3 throughout the field. So, as always, tight field as far as practice time goes here. It's like
Heat race
number 1 taking shape. We will see the 94 of Chad Rugy starting on the pole outside of Chad in the 5 car. Todd Champ.
Inside row number 2, we will see our quick time and hot laps Daniel Collins in the 26. To his outside, our point leader in the 54 star of Nick Anderson.
Inside row 3 will be the number 9 of Levi Yetter. And rounding out the field in that 6th position will be the 15 of Austin Barr.
It's always a little ironic conversations with drivers about tracks, and Nick saying how he's not necessarily the biggest fan of this track, but he's won, I think, 4 of the 6 trips here between this year and last year. So
yeah, we've talked about it throughout the week, and I mean, of course, one day I had to remind him that he was getting dropped to the tail, so that didn't help anything. But he just doesn't look forward to racing on this track, and like you said, I guess it doesn't matter if you're good at it or not. If you don't enjoy it, I can't say he doesn't enjoy it. He would pick many other tracks before he would pick Knoxville to race at. But nonetheless, he brings a good piece here, so.
actually, I think I stand corrected. I think he's won all but 2 visits to the Speedway here.
Chad Rugy, Todd Champ on that front row. Pace truck ducking off. We will go green on the flagman.
Green, green, green.
Green is out. Chad Rugy able to sneak up there on that top line. Nose to tail here with Todd Champ, Nick Anderson on the outside line.
Oh,
Champ down to
Todd.
the bottom, throws a slider.
Ooh,
Slider on lap 3/4 of 1.
that is not something we're not accustomed to seeing though from the 5 car. He's definitely one that aggression from the drop of the green to the drop of the checkered is he's all over the rear bumper of Chad Rugy as Nick looks to slide up. Ooh, Champ up in the wall. He's still in the wall. Right front's gone. See if he asks for a yellow.
Might see our oval track specialty caution pop out here. Maybe not.
I do believe he just got himself down to the inside. He will park it. They'll continue racing here in heat race number 1. Chad Rugy still holds on to the top spot. Nick Anderson hot in pursuit. Daniel Collins settled into 3rd place here.
Followed by Austin Barr and
Yetter.
Levi Yetter down to the inside, trying to make a 2-for-1 there. Didn't make it work.
I'm sure Yetter would love to move up a little bit here in the heat race, put himself a little bit closer to the front. You know, especially after a strong running last week. Tell you what, if I was crew chief in the 9 camp, I'd be making sure that that car has every ounce of fuel you can get in it after running out last week.
Nick Anderson now looking to the bottom side, puts a slider on the 94.
Chad crosses him
Chad
over.
crosses
Oh,
back
foe!
Yellow flag is out.
Oh,
Looks like
Chad.
Nick Anderson was able to keep that car rolling here.
Just they kind of got collected on the exit of the corner. I think Chad was just expecting Nick to be up a little bit higher. Nick was starting to come back down and just met in the middle, and unfortunately puts an end to a strong heat race for the 94. Take it to the pits, but we are unable to return to the racing surface after pitting in a heat race. So that will officially put him P5 and will hand the lead to Nick Anderson here. So far, I believe it'll be a one lap shootout, green and white checkered.
I believe so.
So we
Come
will
back
see what
here.
these guys can do. I'm sure Nick is going to try and get as big of a jump as he possibly can on this restart here.
Well, we talked to Chad right before the race started here, and he wasn't real happy with his car throughout the week testing, and decided to pick a setup and roll with it. Boy, he had some speed there, and a little misfortune there with the 54 of Nick Anderson. And watch that replay back, and as that car's touched, I mean, just kind of like they get sucked together, and it's hard to steer away from each other. And looked like Chad was turning to the left, and the car just doesn't react that way. It's just I don't know, it's hard to explain, but one of them things that we get it, but
one of those ones. Oh, Nick is quick on the loud pedal and
Green flag,
taking
green
off
flag.
here in the one-lap shootout here to finish out heat race number 1. Levi Yetter's making a big move here, trying to get third away from Barr.
Daniel Collins in that second position as our fast qualifier now on our second place standings for practice times, as Levi Yetter looks to the inside of Collins, doesn't make it work. I believe this is our white flag lap.
Oh, I was mistaken. I was thinking it was just a one-lap shootout. It was green-white checkered. So that will end heat race number 2 here.
Daniel Collins, Levi Yetter, Austin Barr rounding out your field.
So Nick will snag the 3 points for winning the heat, but will then drop to the tail of the field. So that'll end up putting Daniel Collins, our quick time in hot laps, on the point for the feature event, as we have cars taking the speedway for heat race number 2.
Something to keep your eye on as Nick Anderson dropping to the back of the field, and we can't hear the drivers. We don't know what communication goes on there. Just something to keep your eye on, as obviously Nick Anderson's going to have to come up and race with Chad Rugy if he's going to make himself way back up to the front of the field. So maybe a little bit of fireworks here for our 85 lap feature.
I think we're definitely going to see some fireworks one way or another. It just depends on it's the ones. Is it here that they set off fireworks at the start of the race and at the end, or is it just the end? So we'll definitely see some fireworks. We'll see some sparks flying, I'm sure, on the racing surface. Did we go through the starting lineup for this heat?
Well,
all right.
okay.
So on the point here, we will see the 25 of Blaze Harrison on his outside, the 24 of Brandon Buderbaugh.
Inside row 2 will be the 27 of Michael Lake. Outside of Michael in the 54 of Mitch Stiles.
Inside row number 3, the 2 that seem to never be able to get away from each other. The 96 of Tyler Rugy to his outside, the 66 of Rod Merritz.
Well,
There's going to be some shenanigans between the two of those.
I'm sitting here talking about features already, and I'm looking at the starting grid for the feature, and that's why I wasn't announcing anything. I forgot about heat race number 2.
Got a little ahead of ourselves here.
Yeah.
As I believe the pace truck is getting ready to duck off here. Start will be on the flagman at a 4.
Green flag, green
He's
flag.
in the air. Ooh, Lake did not get a good start there. Merritt's is already looking up. Styles got up out of the groove there. Had a little bit of right rear romance between the 96 and the 66.
Yeah, just a little bit of get away from me is all that looked like.
Yeah, I don't think it worked very
Green.
well. As 66 is still looking to the outside. We have Lake to the inside of Buderbaugh. Harrison's
That is
still
a colorful
sitting.
one for Buderbaugh, isn't it? That's got all. I'm not sure what color. It's not sporting.
Not the only thing, it's got more pink than yours, but it's kind of the same pink, blue, and yellow.
Yeah.
It looks like a little more metallic there on his scheme as he's looking to the outside, trying to go the long way around Harrison. Is he going to look to the inside?
Gets a nice run coming off the corner there. He had that front end all up underneath the 25 of Harrison. Michael Lake down to the inside, looking to take over that second spot. Harrison to the outside, Michael Lake rolling through the middle.
I think Buderbaugh's quicker on that outside. He just can't seem to get around the 25. Lake's going to throw a big old slider. Well, he thinks better of it.
He left a lane out there, but he had that left front way up on that inside and put tons of drive on that right rear tire. He did leave a lane though, as Harrison will maintain that first position. As Michael Lake tries it again, and he had a four-wheel hop going that time. That's
might have been a little bit too much burn.
Yeah,
there's a fine line between getting that car to lean on the right rear and the car bouncing.
Yeah, well, when them tires aren't on the track, there's not a whole lot of traction there. It's Michael Lake now up on the higher side here in third position now. Buderbaugh's now looking to the inside of Harrison, working lap number 7.
Buderbaugh's not careful. That 27 is going to roll right around his outside. As we are on the
freight train
last
here
lap.
for second, third, fourth position here.
Merritt's. Let's see who's going to get P2. Buderbaugh. And some post-flag calamity.
Yep, it's gone.
All right, so that will see heat race number 2 finishing out. Harrison holding on to the top spot. Buderbaugh second. Lake third. Tyler Ruggie fourth. Rod Merritt's fifth. And Mitch Stiles sixth. So it's like really the only change was Mitch had some trouble. Looked like the car might have been a little tight at the start and dropped from fourth to fifth. Pretty much everyone else stayed in order. So we got the cars out there for a quick hot lap session here, just to make sure that the cars have the fuel that they need in them.
Lug nuts are tight, pressures your tires. 85 laps is the distance here tonight. I think we're in for a good race tonight. There's some good heat race action.
If the heat race is any indication of the feature, it's going to be a barn burner.
Yep.
We'll have to see how many oval track specialties cautions we might have this evening with the aggression. These guys got a rubber. They got 85 circuits around here, so long time to get yourself into some trouble early on and make it a rough race to finish out the evening. As we should start to see some cars hitting the grid here. So we will start it off on the front row, at least temporarily, will be the 54 of Nick Anderson on the inside. Outside, the 25 of Blaze Harrison.
Inside row number 2, the 26 quick qualifier Daniel Collins. Outside of Daniel in the 24, Brandon Buderbaugh.
Inside row number 3, after a strong run last week, is the number 9 of Levi Yetter. To his outside, we might as well call him Mr. Excitement, Michael Lake. I'm sure he'll be banging the boards down here tonight.
Inside that 4th row, we'll see the 15 of Austin Barr. Outside of Austin in the 96, Tyler Ruggie.
Inside row number 5, we'll see the 94 of Chad Ruggie. To his outside, the 66 of Rod Merritt.
Next row inside will be this. Where were you at? Rod Merritt. Inside the last row, the number 5 of Todd Champ. Rounding out your field in the 54, Mitch Stiles.
So with Nick dropping back, we'll have a 54 6th row here. Both of the cars there at the tail of the field. I'm sure they will not stay there. Both cars showed speed last week, so we'll see what they can do coming from further in the back. Who's your driver to watch here? Something we don't usually do.
Oh, well, I don't know how you don't watch the 54 Anderson starting in the back. I don't know how you don't watch the 54 and the 96 if the 54 catches the 96. I don't know how you don't watch the 5-card. Todd Champ always throws some aggressive moves. I don't think you could take your eyes off anybody.
Green, green, green.
I think it's going to come out of our 2nd row here as green flag is in the air. We'll see if Yetter can get some redemption after last week's debacle with some fuel. And Brandon Buderbaugh always shows speed and definitely a guy that runs the top really well. So as we get through 3 and 4, Yetter's already making a bid to the point. That did not take long, from 5th to 1st in a lap. Well, 3rd to 1st, I guess.
Austin Barr gets up on that inside cushion, scrapes off a bunch of speed, bottlenecks up the 96 and the 27. He'll lose a couple positions to those cars. Nick Anderson slow rolling the bottom side, has already got himself up into the 7th position.
Already got some guys making some contact. Is definitely a pair of aggressive drivers with the 54 of Mitch Stiles and 5 Todd Champ. So those two might be an interesting watch here as they continue to battle side by side here early on.
Yetter continues to lead this. Daniel Collins, Harrison battling for that 2nd position. Ruggie up into the 4th position.
And right now our
Styles very sideways as he gets to the inside there. He did save it. Nick Anderson now applying pressure on the 27 car of Michael Lake.
Still early in the race
Ruggie
here, but
right behind the 54 car. If that's something we wanted to watch, see if there was any aftermath of heat race carnage.
I don't think there will be. I think for the most part, Chad's going to keep himself a level head, but you can definitely tell once Chad flips that switch that all care goes to the wind. It's a very drastic different driver in the 94R. Oh, is he maybe? Okay, I stand corrected.
Oh,
54 gets bumped by the 94, by the 5. Contact with the 15 and the other 54. We got calamity back here. Oh. I was just saying that, Chad was going to keep a level head, not have any contact. Commentator's curse.
Yeah.
Tyler Ruggie's made his way up to the 3rd place position. He's showing some speed early, but makes you wonder, is he maybe pulling the trigger a little too soon? He's going to make
to the inside.
We're going to be 3 wide out of... okay. Not quite 3 wide. Little bump between the 25 and the 9.
I was waiting for it to turn right there. It didn't.
And I think...
To the point. Tyler Ruggie.
Not only to the point, but the quickest lap of the race, the 18.402. That 96 is definitely not saving anything right now. That might change now that he's got his...
But could we see it now that we got the lead? You can kind of control the pace if these guys allow you to.
Yeah.
It's early. Should they allow him to lead this? They should, but if there's any ounce of racing in your blood, you're just not going to let somebody lead you. But
we got 3 packs of cars here. We got we got 3 pods of 4. We got our top 4 all in a bunch. We got 5th to 8th in a bunch, and then we got 9th to 12th. Well, they were in a bunch. Chad's starting to catch that group ahead. Yeah, but where do you look? Where do you watch? As Harrison looking to go back to the lead. Daniel Collins going to be making a bid for the point here. Oh, a double slider.
Oh, Collins in the back of the 96.
That was, oh, I think Daniel Collins might not be a little happy there with the move by Tyler.
No, a little bit of damage on the left front nose piece there, the 26. But
that is going to hurt here at such an aero-dependent track. That little bit of damage to that filler piece, right where it meets the bat wing, it's going to definitely hurt the aero of that car. Jesus, there again. I don't know where to look.
I have my screen stretched out about as far as I can, still being able to see colors on cars, but Harrison continues to lead here by about 6-7 car lengths. Tyler Rougie in that second position. Now Daniel Collins to the outside, trying to regain that back. Levi Yetter elects to run behind Tyler Rougie on the bottom side of these corners. Daniel Collins gets a big run coming out of the corner. He'll go door to door momentarily as he motors past that 96 car.
You know what, we got some big movers here early on in this race. Tyler Rougie's up 5, Champ and Styles both up 6. Right now, one that really hasn't made up a ton of ground is the 54 of Nick Anderson, only up to 8th right now, but I think he saw the aggression there ahead of him and just decided to settle in as we kind of see everything singling out here a little bit. Looking back, definitely tell Rod Merritt's is there back there conserving. We saw him do that last week and just come up 1 spot shy. Fastest car on track the last 20-25 laps. Just wasn't able to close the gap to Nick Anderson last week. He's got some extra laps here. Can he do it tonight? And he put himself in victory lane for the first time here this season. One of the most consistent cars to not have a win yet. Oh, Butterball with a big slide job. He slides the 5 and the 54.
He makes it work momentarily. Will he hold on to it? Looks like he will, but
I think Champ's going to return the throw. Okay, he didn't. I was waiting for the return to sender.
Butterball does make it work as he holds on to that position. Outside speed will carry him around the 5 car. 54 of Styles. Now getting up here in this group is that second group has caught our first group. You're gonna make your group of 4 a group of 8, 9, or 10 here real quick.
Yeah, we basically, outside of Austin Barr seems to be having a bit of trouble, and Rod's even starting to close the gap here to the field. We're just starting to get everybody back together. Might see a little bit of contact between the 9 of Yetter and the 5 of Champ. Yetter looks like he's gotten himself some nose damage there too.
Yeah. Champ threw her in there, very hard slide job on the 9 car. Will Levi throw it back at him? He throws her down.
He will. No, he'll keep to the middle.
He kind of left him the lane, but Champ decides to head down to the bottom side.
And there he goes. Oh, we got some right side romance between the 96 and the 25.
25 and 26 making contact here on the front stretch.
Jesus, guys, it's lap 27, not 72. Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Well, the first 20 laps, these guys don't.
Oh, we're 4 wide. Oh,
Champ and Butterball get together. We're now 2, 3, 4 wide.
This is one of those moments like
where Todd Champ is just he hit the go switch. I don't know if a spotter told him it was lap 78 or 28, but Todd Champ just decided to move forward here. Slider after slider.
Hit the hornet's nest up here.
He keeps it in the middle. Here comes here comes everybody. Here comes everybody.
I was gonna say, you got a 1.5-second gap to go from 1st to 9th.
Yeah,
so,
it's like everybody decided to calm down there around lap 17, and then lap 27 we decided it's
All hell has broke loose.
Go Timon, go again.
I was
Champ in second position. Levi Collins way outside.
I was just getting ready to say there earlier. It looked like maybe Tyler had worked himself into a rhythm and starting to save, but I don't know that that's.
Michael Lake and Nick Anderson trying to work their way around that 54 of Mitch Stiles back there for about, oh, I don't even know what that is, 7th, 8th, 9th place back there. 3 wide, Michael Lake, Harrison, Booterbaugh, they make it work.
I thought we were going to be 4 wide there with Yetter there for a moment. These guys are, makes me think of NASCAR at Daytona, bumper to bumper, 3 wide, 10 rows deep.
Tyler Ruggie continues. Tyler Ruggie continuing to lead this feature. Todd Champ. Roser in there to the outside, looking to take over that point position. Tyler Ruggie will hold on. Daniel Collins in a strong run, still running in that 3rd position. Boys, he got a hornet's nest behind him. Good thing you don't have a mirror, Daniel. You don't want to see what's going on back here.
Yeah, it's
Levi Yetter.
Don't blink.
Slide job. Daniel Collins up underneath that 9
way
car.
up under the 9.
Whew.
I don't know if the rear tires were touching the racing surface there.
We're going to go 3 wide
again.
Lake,
that one's not going to work. Lake throws a little bit of door. We're 4 wide. Oh my God. We're 5 wide.
5.
Oh, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. It worked.
Oh boy.
How are they not all junked right now?
I don't know.
We're 4 wide still. Booterbaugh in a matter of like 2 laps has gone from 4th to 11th.
And he brought Daniel Collins with him.
Yeah. Oh. Wow.
Sorry, Tyler, you're still leading this feature event. We haven't forgot about you up here, but I tell you what, there's a battle for lead.
There's a battle for the lead, but you can't beat 4 or 5 wide at a dirt track. And somehow, for the most part, we kept her straight. Definitely some losers in that.
I was going to say, if we get close to them cars, there's some sheet metal that's not straight. I have to almost guarantee it, but I tell you what, they made it through. Dick Anderson finding himself in that 5th position now after all that. Todd Champ now looking to go to the point here, working lap 39 of 85. He will lead the 96R.
Champ from a 11th place starting position.
What's he going to have left at the end? What's he going to have left at the end? And
there's been a lot of...
Yeah, I don't know that, but contact here, back here in 3rd position. Nick Anderson, Levi Yetter get together.
The yellow flag is out.
Caution flag is out.
What did we miss?
What is the caution?
Stiles?
Well, I see 54 of Stiles.
Is that Stiles and Yetter?
Well,
that might have been... Oh.
Well, started back here with Nick Anderson in the 54.
Oh,
gets together with the 9 car.
Started further back. The 9 gets together with the 27 of Lake. He just turns into a pinball here.
Well, you know what? Mitch Stiles gets into the left rear of Rodney Merritt's, and the car just turned right, or not turned at all.
Oof.
But yeah,
I definitely think Stiles is going to be ready to leave this raceway, as that wall in turn 1 has not been his friend.
Levi Yetter is in the pit with right front is gone off the other car.
Hard contact. That 54 again takes a couple tumbles. Does drive it back to trying to blank on our sponsors here. My brain's gone to mush.
What are we talking about? Hot pit?
Elevated outdoors hot pit and oval track specialty cautions. There we go.
Somebody will find themselves in the back road powder coating victory lane. Eventually we'll get to the Smeal Racing Design white flag 1 to go.
These guys are running like every lap's the 1 to go. Yetter has parked it for the evening, so yet again another strong run cut short by this time by incident. Last week was by fuel, so that'll re-rack him, restack him, and dear God, I don't know what to expect on this restart.
Well, we got restart. We'll go on the 5 car of Todd Champ. We got Tyler Ruggie, Michael Lake, Nick Anderson, Merritts, another Ruggie. Yeah.
So Booterbaugh and Barr will both exit the elevated outdoors hot pit. Return to the racing surface. Pace truck ducks off. Field is in
Everybody
control of
wants to
Todd
go.
Champ. Oh, big
Green
bunch
flag,
up.
green flag.
Everybody wanted to go except for the 5 car, and then he decided to leave by himself.
We'll see if that start stands. They will leave it green. I wasn't sure if they were going to let that one fly.
Yeah, well, I don't know if I seen Todd doing anything abnormal up there. I just think second, 4th place car for sure wanted to go, and they kind
Tell you
of
what.
bottlenecked themselves up as far as I'm concerned. But
I just was saying about him just kind of cruising around the back, now in 4th place.
yeah,
66 of Rod Merritts, here he comes. You know, he might be might be going a little earlier than he intended, but can't let himself get back behind like he did there in that first run. Ooh, right rear romance between the 96 and the 66. Oh,
Wait,
that
yellow
might have
flag
been
is out.
Turn zone, I believe.
I think that might have been a little wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. I did not like that move.
I'll have to go back here and check this out, but
Oh, he might have
first
got a bump from.
first initial
Nick.
thought is, well, I'll go back and take a look here.
I still think they're going to charge that one at the 66. Yeah, just Rod catches that right rear. That would be one of those that outside of iRacing in the sim that, you know, right rear quarter panel, the nose would have scooted right underneath it, but fortunately makes harder contact than probably it would in reality. I think Rod might have put himself to the back. Nope, he stand correct. No, what? I don't know what's going on. I think Rod pitting, maybe? Yeah. He's gonna rush that car to the elevated outdoors hot pit as we have our second oval track specialties caution of the event. A couple takers here in the hot pit. Oh, take a breath while we can.
So yeah, so we have about 41 laps remaining here. So basically about another.
Got a normal feature length.
Yeah. Yep. I've made the comment in the past about commentating during the Knoxville race, and sometimes they can get themselves very spaced out and freight training, and I tell you
Green,
what,
green, green.
This has not been that.
The green flag back out here. Todd Champ leads Michael Lake. Nick Anderson looking to the inside of Tyler Ruggie for that 3rd position. We'll go 3 wide for that 2nd spot. Everybody holding their line. Michael Lake come out on top of that battle for the 2nd position. Nick Anderson, Tyler Ruggie still door to door for the 3rd spot. Chad Ruggie now finds himself back in 5th position. Michael Lake up top selling t-shirts. Nick Anderson falls in line behind Tyler Ruggie. Lake now applying heavy pressure on the 5 car for the lead. Working lap 47.
Just one of those that makes you wonder, Is that 5 starting to feel a little wear on that that right rear Goodyear?
Sure.
Jesus, Hoosier. Lake sticks his nose to the outside. Is Champ going to throw it in? He will.
Yeah.
Oh.
Previous laps here before Champ got up there to block it, Lake was getting a good run coming off that top side.
I don't know that Michael Lake is the guy that I want to park it on. In sim, in reality, I have seen him throw all common sense to the wind and just drive with absolute aggression. As he's a little rough into the wall there into one. He'll keep it going. I feel like going back and watching the incidents or the contacts here in these races, we spend half the time looking at Lake tag the right rear off the wall. There it is again.
Somehow
and again.
Yep, there's two times in one corner I seen that right rear quarter panel flex for Sparks, but he makes it work. And if you ever had the opportunity to go watch Michael Lake in the real car, he does the same thing. So, yep. Oh, he's heavy.
He's really the only driver that I've ever seen locally at Hummingbird that is up running against the wall in 1 and 2.
Yep, and somehow makes it work.
I don't understand, but sometimes you just gotta throw her over your shoulder and throw caution to the wind and hope for the best. So we've kind of single filed out here in our top 4.
As we say that, Tyler Ruggie throws her to the bottom side of Michael Lake for that second spot. Falls back in line now. Nick Anderson finds himself in that 4th position.
Back to the field. I can't tell if something happened with Rod Merritt's, that he's kind of dropped back as far as he has, or he's just gone back into conservation mode, counting on another yellow. He's kind of distanced himself quite a bit. Lap times, he's right there with the leaders, so I think he's just biding his time, saving his stuff. We're under 30 to go here, so how much longer can you go that strategy? I mean, as he's sitting.
Yeah, that's going to come down to cautions. You know, he's only running the same as the leaders right now. Obviously, he's not going to catch him without a caution.
I mean,
what do they have left?
8 seconds back.
When are they gonna? Yeah, when are they going to show their hand if they do have anything left?
We say that, and
well,
last lap, Rod was 2/10 quicker. So
sure, but we also talked about how hard the 5 car of Todd Champ ran the first 20 laps. And as of right now, he's able to hold off the rest of this field, leading here. You know,
it's not for lack of trying, for everyone trying to get around him.
No. Michael Lake does have a lot of speed coming off these corners. I think it's a matter of time here before Michael Lake pulls up beside the 5 car, and as he made it happen. Just as I was saying it, Michael Lake takes over the lead here on lap 60. Todd Champ is not going to give up that easy, as he's got that right front up under the quarter panel. Got him a little sideways. Michael either turned away from it or Champ turned down out of him, but Todd Champ going to throw one in here on him, maybe. No, Michael Lake will take that slider line away.
If Lake is wise, he would do that every lap. Take away that opportunity to slider. Goes, ooh. I don't know that Champ really cares. He's going to try and throw it regardless. He's now under some pressure of the 96 of Tyler Ruggie. Nick Anderson right there on the tail of all 3 of these cars.
Yeah, I'm watching the 96 and the 54 car. Still driving in a pretty straight line. I mean, they got a little bit of slide to them, but I tell you what, cars are driving pretty straight here in the late stages of this race. Kind of tells me that they have a little bit of something left.
Because once that right rear goes, that car just wants to yaw itself out. There's not a whole lot you can do to keep it from doing that. Ooh, Lake.
Michael Lake up into the fence.
Oh,
Gonna be contact here. Where's Nick Anderson gonna go?
I would
out,
not
but,
take the camera off of Michael Lake
no,
the next handful lap right now.
And right now, Ruggie and Anderson's.
Harrison is in the elevated outdoors hot pit.
Michael Lake gets real tight, gets himself back up against the wall there, loses the position to the 54 of Nick Anderson, now in third place. Michael Lake will try to turn back underneath him.
Oh!
Won't make it work this time.
I went back and found the interesting thing that our producer here caught out of the corner of his eye. Harrison coming out of 4 knocked the spoiler off the car, and I think he might have just had enough. Never really lifted out of turn 2, kept his foot in it, and caught the barrel at the pit entrance, or the infield entrance on the backstretch, and dreidel, around he went.
We talked about the cars getting a little bit sideways as the right rear goes away, and Nick Anderson looks like he might have turned up the wick here just a little bit after he got in that battle with the 27 cars. He's got a good run on the outside. We're looking at that 96 car for the second position. What a drive up through there for Todd Champ, starting deep in the field. Aggressive moves first half of this race, first quarter of this race. He's still got a leading car, still leading this field here with only about 15 laps to go. Nick Anderson now, Tyler Ruggie is turned around. I'm not sure if he got turned around, but he is turned around here. We'll get back here and look at that from above and give you a little input here. Tyler Ruggie inside, Michael Lake. Maybe I went too far back. Yes, Michael Lake into that right rear bumper area of the 96 car and turns him here on lap 71.
Just kind of interested to see how that one was going to be called. Kind of a similar situation what we saw with Rod Merritt's, but
well, let's see what kind of call they make here. Lap 71, caution out for a spin for Tyler Ruggie. Like I said, looked to me as there was a little contact with the 27 car, so we'll see how these guys score this. It looks like Tyler Ruggie making his way back up towards the front of the field. I don't know if that's where he feels he should be or if he's getting pulled to be back up there. Not here to make any calls unless somebody calls upon me to do so, but lap 71, Todd Champ continuing to lead this field. Tyler was running in the third position.
Not going green.
Nick Anderson in that second position, starting from the 12th. The green or the yellow flag has been extended, so I believe that our flagmen and are conversing, trying to figure out how to set this field back up here for our closing laps. About 15 laps to go here. Chad Ruggie finds himself up here, depending on what happens here with Lake and Tyler Ruggie, but regardless, I think Chad's going to find himself in a top 4 here on this restart.
Like they are. I don't know if they're still trying to get the running order situated here.
I would think so, because Tyler's kind of running no man's land, probably waiting for the
flagman to make a
command.
decision.
Hang on, we're not going green.
Yeah,
not
they
going
keep
green.
extending this caution. I'm sure they're looking back at replays. Doing what they're called upon to do up there in the flag stand. Ways the cars are lining up here, it looks to me as Tyler Ruggie has dropped back to the tail of the field. Michael Lake will maintain that 3rd position. Nick Anderson opts to start on the inside here on our Delaware restart on lap 71. Todd Champ will go when Todd Champ wants to go as the pace truck ducks off here on turns 4. Todd Champ on the loud pedal.
Green flag, green flag.
Good start by our 2nd row of Nick Anderson, Michael Lake, both right on the 5 car here. Tyler Ruggie making wholesale passes 2 cars here, going to the inside.
Tyler is
oh yeah, he's got nothing.
wasting
to lose.
zero time here. He might be a little frustrated with the situation.
Yep,
Not feeling like that was. Oh, we're 3 wide contact,
wide.
2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
Rodney Merritt's, Michael Lake, Nick Anderson coming out of the corner. Still 3 wide. Will it work? Entering the corner. Looks good for now.
Oh, Lake
Contact.
and Anderson.
Anderson into
Nick's
the
in the
wall.
wall. Rod comes out like a bandit.
Anderson drops back into the 5th position, I believe. Maybe even 6th now. He's getting passed by Austin Barr. Tyler Ruggie now looking to the inside of Chad Ruggie. Right now in the middle of the field, you have Tyler Ruggie and Nick Anderson. I guarantee with gritting their teeth, nothing to lose. Rodney Merritt's looking to the inside of the 5 car for the lead. Ooh, too close for me to call on that lap. Lap 76 we're working on. Rodney Merritt's with a slight advantage on the inside. We'll take over the point position here on lap 76. Todd Champ falls back to 2nd. Tyler Ruggie all the way back up into the 3rd position.
Oh.
Contact. Michael Lake turns right back into him. He's not going to let it happen that easy.
That one, I don't envy the flagman right now because I definitely think that was Tyler showing his displeasure for what occurred with the prior caution.
Take a look at it here.
How much damage did Lake end up with, though? That's the big thing. Because if he pits, none of this matters. If he's got to go to pit road, then he's going to the back no matter what. At least if he stays out right now, he'd probably get his spot back, but that car looks rough. Oh, there goes, yep, right front's gone on Lake's car. So he will absolutely take it to the hot pit.
He's going to the hot pit, but Michael Lake was put to the hot pit.
Yeah, that.
How that all shakes out here, but
I don't know how to look at that one. That's
Nick Anderson with heavy right rear quarter panel damage. That spoiler's kind of all bummed up there, but Tyler Ruggie all the way back up into that 3rd position if this sticks. Looks like it probably will. Nick Anderson 4th. Rodney Merritt takes over that lead from the 5 car there just a few laps ago. Booterbaugh, Chad Ruggie, Collins, and Austin Barr still on track here.
I think the only thing they're gonna do that's gonna work in Ruggie's favor is Lake still had some room on the outside and kind of come down, so They'll probably call that a racing deal. If the 27 team
we're
gets
not
the
going
right
green,
front back
not
on the
going
car,
green.
The
we
green
might be-
flag has been extended. We are within 10 laps to go, so we will be single file restart here. But like I had mentioned, the yellow flag has been extended by our flagman. I'm not sure if there's any talk still going on here or what that extension was for, but Michael Lake still sitting on pit road. Looks like the right front has been replaced. Still got some heavy right front nose piece damage. Appears to be a spoiler on the car. Michael Lake
Hang on,
is
we're not going green, not
coming
going
back
green.
out on track as the green has been extended once again. Crazy thing about this is with the amount of cars left and with the amount of laps left, is Michael Lake going to make it to the lead? I don't know that, but is Michael Lake going to make it up to third or fourth? Very well could happen. Rodney Merritt's Todd Champ, Tyler Rugy, Nick Anderson, Chad Rugy, Booterbaugh.
I think we are about to have an exciting 9 laps here, 8 laps here to.
Well, I can only think of about maybe 3 or 4 laps that everybody kind of calmed down here, but pace truck will duck off. Rodney Merritt's on the loud pedal here.
Green flag,
Inside
green
10
flag.
to go. Rodney Merritt's leading this feature. Todd Champ. Chad Rugy now looking to the inside of Nick Anderson for that 4th position. Rodney Merritt's looking strong. Car on the bottom side, driving nice and straight. Had good run coming off the bottom. I think we're going to have trouble for any of these cars to catch that 66 car. I'm calling it now.
It's one of those like we saw last week. He does a phenomenal job at saving his stuff in these long races, and now he's just able to use that extra grip.
Well, he found himself being put to the back there, or ended up in the back. Can't quite recall how it happened, but he was very content with that happening. Waited for that caution, and then all of a sudden, here comes the 66 of Rod Merritt's. Car's looking very strong here as we're within 5 to go. Nice and straight, a lot of drive coming off there, and Todd Champ holding on to that 2nd position for now, being pressured by Tyler Rugy. Big gap between those 2nd and 3rd place cars. 4th place car, Nick Anderson, big gap between them. It's Rodney Merritt's to lose right now. He keeps her straight. I think Rodney Merritt's ties up another feature win here in 2026 at Knoxville.
His first feature win of 2026.
Is it the first one? Okay.
Yeah, he has.
I was thinking he had one, but
he's been the bridesmaid numerous times, but is yet to be the bride, and we'll see if
you're the
only thing he wants to see is that white flag here in a couple laps as we're
absolutely
coming through 3 and 4, coming to 2 to go.
Rugy to the inside of Todd Champ is the race on track right now. I'm gonna kind of leave Rod here as he's got things under control up there.
He just wants to see that white flag. He does not want to see a restart.
Tyler Rugy gonna throw a slide job on the 5 car. He does. Todd Champ will back off of it, turn down underneath him. We're door to door here. Are we on white?
Yep, Merritt's has taken the Smeel Racing Designs white flag, 1 to go. I think he's gonna walk off with a win on this one.
Tyler Rugy takes that slider line away from the 5 of Todd Champ. Merritt's, Tyler Rugy, Todd Champ, Nick Anderson, Chad Ruggie rounding out your top 5 here, 85 laps in the books. End of the feature. I tell you what, I take it back for every time I said that Knoxville can sometimes be struggling for something to talk about. But I tell you what, tonight, guys, you gave everybody something to watch, somebody to talk about, and boy, what a race!
Rod forgot all about taking photos. He's out doing donuts in turn 1.
Yeah, burn
he's
her down,
excited.
Rod.
You
Burn
know,
her down. You were in that one.
Oh, he's gonna park it backwards.
He's backwards. Oh, hell yeah.
Well,
why
there.
Not?
He's there. It's all that matters.
Well, right now he's probably looking into the eyes of Tyler Ruggie with a big smile on his face. Boy, what a race!
There's
from 10th. How's that all gonna work now? Technically 9th to 1st.
I think Rod was up 8.
11 to 3.
Rod was up 9. Champ was up 8. I think the biggest thing is Rod moving from the outside line, which did not move up, because Anderson dropped from first to the tail. So I do believe that will give Rod Merritt's the Newcomb Automotive hard charger of the race. I tell you what, he has pulled himself from that car here in Backroad Powder Coating Victory Lane for the first time this season. Rod Merritt's, what a race.
Good to be back.
That one definitely didn't seem to have a lack of excitement from start to finish.
No, it definitely wasn't easy. I feel bad I got into Tyler there and spot him out. I thought he was going to slide across my nose there. I was going to cross him, but he kind of just parked it there, it seemed, and went to the tail and got my damage fixed. And I think I started 8 seconds back behind the leader, so decided I was just going to ride and wait for a caution or try to catch a caution because there's no winning from back there. But it paid off with those guys wrecking there, and I had enough tire left there to drive right by them.
Yeah, we definitely kept saying throughout the race that you're definitely one that you will put around the back as long as possible, but once it's go time, you definitely find a way to catch the cautions at the right time and just march your way to the front and finally able to actually put together start to finish, picking up your first win here this season. Who do you got to thank here for putting you here in victory lane in the last race here at Knoxville?
Thank you guys. Thank Quality Hydraulics, Stance Works, Roll Hard. Yeah, everybody for racing. Putting on a good race. It was a good time. Some beating and banging there, some hurt feelings, I think, but I'm happy.
It definitely was a race that there was for sure some bent fenders and hurt feelings. So we'll see how things transpire over the next week as we roll into our third special here of the season. So what's that?
Where are we running?
All 3 classes will be at Lima Land for 90. I think you guys are 95 laps, if I'm correct. 90 laps, something like that. So, Rod, great run. Congratulations for picking up the first one. I'm sure you feel like you got the monkey off your back, so we'll see what you can do here to finish out the season.
Thanks, boys.
Second place, Tyler Ruggie making his way to the booth. Strong finish, Tyler. Congratulations on that. No lack of excitement. Got turned around there. Went to the back, and I'm just here to call the race. I don't make the decisions. Got put to the back. I'm not sure why, but anyway, brought her back towards the front with a strong finish. Congratulations. Tell us a little bit about your race.
Yeah, I mean, it's just we're out there racing, and it gets kind of ridiculous, when you have people mother effing you because you're racing on a racetrack. You go out there and, Rod, congratulations to him. He deserved that win. I mean, that was one of them things there where I actually got into his door a little bit by accident, and I tried to give him more room, and it kind of shook up where he thought I was going to be because I respect Rod out there, and congrats to him on the win. But, you go up there and you're racing, and, you're running the same line. You get spun around, and that's all part of it. I understand, and the call was made to put me to the back. And, I just kind of paced around, waited for the call. The call was made, put me to the back. I appreciate all the flagmen that come out every night and flag for us. And I respect any call that they make. I didn't argue with it. I went out there, drove how I drive. I freaking, showed that I'm able to get up on the wheel and pass anybody who's out there. Went up there, and the same guy that got into me gets a little bit mad whenever there's racing. I mean, did I intentionally slide up into him? No, I didn't. But whenever you're going to cuss at the flagman and say that, or not cuss at the flagman, but cuss me saying car high and, right there on the microphone whenever we're supposed to be quiet, it seems like, you just need to calm down a little bit. We're all racing. I respected the call. We had some more racing. You got the shorthand. I got the shorthand. I was the one that was able to drive up through. And I'm not trying to be an a-hole, but it's a little bit, I'm friends with the guy, I like to call the guy a friend, but you can't be cussing at me because you got the short end of a stick. I got the short end of a stick. They're both racing. It's part of it. So just want to thank all you guys. And I had a great race. Car was great. Loved being around the bottom for a while. Got that slider line. And, I saw that him and Champ kind of got together a little bit. And he wasn't very happy about that on the mic either. But that doesn't account for him to say that I drive through everybody either. Because I don't on the racetrack. And I think everybody that watches the film can see that. So I'm tired of it. And I just wanted to say my piece. I thank you, all three of you guys. And I had a great race. And to be able to come up to second shows that I have the Jonathan Davenport capabilities to iron out my cape and go up there and pass Tyler.
Yeah, you
Well,
did a great
Superman,
job
Tyler
coming back to the
Ruggie.
field.
Yeah,
sorry there, Mike.
No, that's
Um,
fine. I just the way I look at it, explanation point at the end of your name, coming from the back, making passes, getting back up here to a strong finish, good points night. Again, Tyler Ruggie, thanks for your honesty and hard racing, and we'll see you back for our special next week.
Yeah, excited to be back for the special. And, no lack of respect to, what happened. I hope to go out there and race just as good with them next week. But, I just don't appreciate it. And I think that we can race better than that and understand that, I got spun around, got sent to the back, and I was just waiting on a call. Yeah, I paced, thought I'd maybe get my spot back, didn't argue. But, when racing hits you, man. We're all out there. You just got to get up on the wheel and drive back there. So I have all the respect for them. And I don't have any more or less of a respect. And I hope we can go out there and race door to door like we did pretty much all night and have a great race at Limeland. So thank you guys for doing this, and I appreciate it.
Thanks, Tyler. Congratulations again. We'll see you next week, buddy.
See ya. Bye.
All right, and rounding out our podium here, the 5 of Todd Champ had a strong run, spent some time out front. I believe you led race high with 31 laps led here tonight, bringing it home third. Tell us about your race here.
Yeah, so the plan was to win. I mean, obviously that's the plan for everyone is to win, right? I knew with it being a longer race, and with the group of guys that we got here in the league, a lot of them, we can race clean, we can race hard. And I know with most of the time with it being clean, my plan was to get out front and just hope to just ride and just kind of stay out there. But then the caution started coming, and I was like, maybe my plan's not working out the way I want it to be. So I was like, well, I'll just hold on to as long as I can, lap in, lap out, just as much as I can. Watch the footage back with my guys here in the pits. Me and Mike made contact on lap 60. I wasn't sure what the deal was there. I let him by. I think a couple laps later, he pushed tight up towards the wall and come off the wall a little bit, and we made contact again. I wasn't trying to give no payback to that. It was hard racing, in my opinion. I'll have to go over and apologize to him for the racing deal there. But I know they're racing for points, and it's kind of an idiotic move, just racing deal though. But at the end of the day, plan was to win, and we just couldn't get it off. So I'll take third though for what it is.
Well, Todd, it was definitely fun to watch. Started back in the field there in the start. I, for one, was impressed how fast you made it up through the field, and even more impressed that you had a car left to compete after all these laps. Still had some speed, still had some tires left, obviously, but good job on getting up here into the podium third place finish. And anybody you'd like to thank to help you get you here tonight?
I just want to thank the guys for putting the league on. Tyler, Chad, you guys up here in the booth, you guys do an awesome job. The flagmen as well, you guys do an awesome job. The officials. Other than that, I really don't have much other than my guys over at Twisted Speed setups. They hook me up week in, week out for setups, whether it be official, hosted, leagues. Without them, I wouldn't be where I'm at now. So they're big things, and they just kind of picked me up, took me under their wing. So I'm proud to be over there at that speed shop.
Well, Todd, congratulations again on podium finish. We hope to see you back next week as you guys will visit, or all of us will visit Lima Land, and I believe you guys are looking at 90 or 95 laps next week. So hope to see you back, and congratulations again. Good race.
All right, thank you, Mike. Y'all have a good night.
You too. Well, Smil, there you have it. Tons of things to talk about. No lack of excitement here tonight at Knoxville. I think we'll be fine. A little bit.
There's some tempers that are
something
going
for
to
the
have
guys
to simmer down here between
there
this week
is.
and next week.
There is, but we have these guys in the league. A lot of these guys, and there's no covering up. The guys we're talking about been here for a long time. They respect each other. Just one of those nights where things happened, and we strive on trying to make this very clean league where nobody has to worry about getting completely driven over week in and week out, and we have that. We don't have any issues like that. But in the same sentence, we want this to be as close to real life as we can get it, and obviously we all know that this stuff happens. It just happens. All of us been around this sport long enough to know, you can see the best of friends go at it, and just let the competitiveness in us all take over. And these are the nights that we're going to have. And tonight we had one. We haven't seen it for a while, but I think it's the nature of the sport we chose.
Yeah, definitely. It's the competitive nature. We all have it, so sometimes it gets the better of us. Definitely look as we went back and kept watching the replay, you definitely think the contact between Lake and Rushi might have been a little forced here on the side of Lake, but
Sure.
I don't know.
Like I stated during the race, obviously you and I aren't here to make the calls, and I'm just looking at replays so I can commentate it back. Did they get it wrong? Well, that's not for me to say. But nonetheless, we had an exciting race here. Congratulations to that 66 of Rod Merritt's. Yeah, wasn't a boring one. Not a boring one here at Knoxville.
Definitely was not. So we look forward to seeing all three of our classes back on track here next week. So I'm sure we'll be in for some more excitement here as we saw this week. So definitely going to be an interesting week next week for sure.
Sure, absolutely. So everybody that tuned in with us tonight, and maybe week in and week out for the Supers, we appreciate y'all tuning in. Likes and comments and things like that. We like looking back, see who joins us. But these guys put on a race tonight, and we appreciate everybody that helps with the league and the Rouge guys. And for this week, we're going to sign off. We'll see all of us back at Lima Land next week for our